Well, if you have been keeping track, you know that all of a sudden the tropics have just come alive, and there's even a disturbance, a tropical wave in the Caribbean that is heading into the Gulf of Mexico, and it looks like it will at least bring us some serious rain.
Chief Meteorologist Bill Vesey is here to tell us more about that. Bill.
All right, Mackenzie, Joe, everybody, here is our wave, not that far from Cozumel. This has now been upgraded to a 60% chance of becoming at least tropical depression. Very unorganized right now. Conditions not favorable entering the Gulf, but by the time it gets in the middle of the Gulf, conditions will become a little bit more favorable, again, for at least the possibility of a tropical depression. Again, we're looking at the possibility here by Wednesday of figuring out if this is going to be a depression or anything more. Looks like this will be moving inland here along our coast or south or north on Friday. A lot of questions still to be answered on this one. Our complete forecast coming up.
All right, Bill, thank you. In Austin, Governor Abbott says his response teams are closely watching that tropical disturbance heading for the Gulf of Mexico. The governor issuing this statement on Twitter tonight, saying that Texas is taking steps to prepare for the tropical system as it approaches landfall. And again, as Bill says, based on the current information, the disturbance is simply expected to bring a lot of rain to the state, but we have to keep a close eye on it.